I bet you're surprised to see us like this, huh?
Yeah, hey, welcome to Christmas in
In
July. Oh. Well, I'll tell you that now there's a phenomenon that has started. You know, thank God to the Aussies down under because they started this whole
yeah,
thing.
they
Well,
did.
first of all, let me thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
We
on
just
our,
jumped right into things
we were
to,
so
to
excited
another
about Christmas
episode
in
of
July.
Behind the Scenes with Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Yes,
So
thank
we're
you.
so happy you are joining us here, and yeah, we thought we'd kind of do something a little different because as he said, and we'll go into the history a little bit, but Christmas in July now has become quite popular, really around
In this
the world.
country, yeah,
and actually in other countries as well. So.
Oh, it started in other
Yeah,
countries
it
and
did.
then worked
It
its
did.
way into
Yeah,
America. I
yeah.
mean, the retailers certainly grabbed on to it, so did the Santas. So, and what
yeah.
you're seeing me in, I mean, this is my Thomas Nast suit.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a recreation from an 1863 cartoon drawn by Thomas Nast of the Civil War.
Yes.
And Santa
Yes.
visiting the troops, and he was in this outfit. So, which, you know.
And I think one of the things, well, a couple of things. First of all, let us back up and say, because really, when did Christmas in July come about? And that really was from Australia,
Yes.
because for them, their Christmas in December is during the one of
The
their
high
hottest
heat of the summer.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah, it averages over 100 degrees
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to string lights. Nobody wanted to certainly wear heavy Santa clothing.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how it kind of flipped. And the cooler season is in their July.
Is in July. And that's their winter.
And then, of course, as Santa said, then that kind of spread throughout the world, and so here we are celebrating it here in the U.S.
And we're literally 6 months from Christmas.
Yeah, that's
Can
hard
you
to
believe
huh?
that? I mean, already
Wow.
we're through half a year.
I know. That's
Oh.
just so hard to believe.
But one of the things I wanted to point out is we do an awful lot for Christmas in July events around town and in different places, and they're
Yes.
becoming more and more frequent. So,
Well, and I think that's true. And of course, as he was saying, is sometimes you don't really think honestly of the history and traditions of Santa Claus, but he really has been around for a long, long time.
thousands of years.
Thousands of years, and certainly in the United States, he came earlier than I think a lot of people think he did.
Right.
I think a lot of people think he came around the late 1800s, 1900s, which is not true.
No.
And this is where he was depicted by Thomas Nast in the Civil War, visiting the troops and helping with their morale.
And actually, if you get into the history of Santa Claus, you're going to find out that a lot of the deliveries that Santa makes was actually done before Christmas. It was done around December 5th, sometimes earlier.
Right. Sometimes
certainly,
later.
Sometimes late. Yes, in the
January.
in the Latin
yeah.
American countries, he comes on the Epiphany, which is 12 days after
Right.
Christmas.
Right.
Your 12th day of Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things, just depending on how you were raised and where you were
Yes.
raised and
Yes.
what you followed. Santa can come almost any time. So, and certainly July. I will say it's a little warm in this
Yes.
in the middle of July here.
Yeah.
But again, we're still cooler than Australia is in December.
That's very true. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what this is all about. And again, boy, we're doing a lot of stuff for Christmas in July. There's a lot of mall events and a lot
Yes.
of different celebrations now.
Yeah.
A lot of shows and stuff that
Yes.
take place in July.
That is true.
And use
yeah.
a Christmas in July theme.
Uh-huh.
So it's fun to see the colors again. And it's fun to see all the decorations come out. And, I think a lot of people, that's the other thing, is like, well, I bought all these decorations. I want to use it more than
We
one
want
month
to use
a
it
year.
more than once. Yeah. Well, and I think that's where we really have a lot of fun with it, because then he's able to bring out the historical side of this, which is pretty unusual. You don't see very many Santas dressed in the Thomas Nast suit. And what I will be doing is I will actually include, for those of you that are watching the video side, I will be including some photos
Of the full suit.
of the full suit,
Yeah,
'cause it
you
also
can't
has-
see this, but it's got
Yeah.
red and white striped
Striped
pants,
pants.
and
Yeah.
the high stockings and
Yeah.
the square toes and all of that.
Yeah. So it's really quite the suit. And there's also, for those of you again that would like to visit our YouTube channel, A Visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus, there is a full video up there.
Yes, talking about the entire history
Yes.
of the Thomas Nast suit and stuff, and again, if you're thinking about being a Santa, it's amazing how just a change like this
Yeah.
can
yeah.
add so much more to what you're doing and where you're going and how often you get to do it. So
Well, and that's true, and you can can still celebrate the red, white, and blue. So.
and everybody
Everybody
loves
loves
this
that.
suit. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, as soon as
Yeah,
I go out in it, it's like,
Yeah.
and they all equate it with 4th of July, and even though,
Yeah.
it was at Christmas time that Nast actually drew this, but nonetheless, it's carried over now, and everybody just expects to see it in summer.
That's
So-
right. Yeah, that's right. So that's why we're in our 4th of July garb, is to celebrate this July.
And boy, I'll tell you, talk about, Santa's being popular in July. Down under, oh my God, they're all doing something in July in their traditional suits
Yeah, in their
and
traditional suits. Yeah.
suits,
Yeah.
specialty suits.
Mhm.
So, because boy, they love getting out in the middle of winter.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
do.
It's
They
a
do,
nice break
yeah.
for them. So, yeah. So just kind of a fun thing. But since we're talking about Christmas in July,
Yes. Yes.
how about we run some specials? I'm actually going to build my little commercial right here. Boy, I'll tell you, Santa's Magic Chest, we got all kinds of things that we're going to do a Christmas in July
Yes.
special on.
Yes.
Here's your opportunity to get some of the books
See
and
all those?
the
Let me see if I can't
yeah.
move away.
There she
See,
is.
There we
There we
are.
go.
See?
All those books are going to be on sale, and I'm going to have my Santa's Magic coin on sale. In fact, I even have one right here. I keep one on my desk.
Yeah.
So by all means, whoop! It's such a heavy coin. It's hard sometimes to hang on to, but yeah, this is kind of to let your kids know if they're being really good or not so good. So, and this is going to be, we're going to have a special on that with all the different things, including the books that go with it
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah.
So by all means, make sure you check out my store, Santa's Magic Chest, on Etsy.
Yes.
Because boy, I'll tell you, you're going to see a lot of fun things. Great time to get some early Christmas presents.
Well, it is, and there's clothing and kids clothing and all kinds of fun stuff on there.
Oh
So,
gosh, yeah.
uh,
And we're adding more all the time.
Yeah.
We have stuff. Poor Mary cannot get this stuff loaded onto Etsy fast enough. I mean, we have so many, we have mugs, we have bags, we have all kinds of things and more things coming.
Yeah, we
And,
do.
and as you said, the clothing, oh my God, all the specially designed clothing
Yes, from
and custom made for your kids.
yes, yes.
I
Everything's
mean,
custom made
Everything.
on the clothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing. It takes generally about 2 weeks to order, so keep that
So
in
keep
mind
that in
because
mind,
it
yeah.
is all custom. It's made for the children at that time. So
And
know,
it's all premium.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
very
it is.
high-end clothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't, we're not talking some of the box store specials here.
No.
We're talking about stuff that's specially made for your kids. So, anyway, well, enough of that commercial.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Christmas in July. I'll tell you, we have done some very, very interesting things. They are actually even beginning to do parades and different things.
Yes.
And a lot of community
yes,
stuff
Yes.
takes place celebrating Christmas in July.
It sure does.
And
yeah.
this is going to be one of those things, and I'm going to make a little prediction here. I think this is just going to continue to grow and get bigger and bigger every year. I mean, you have your 4th of July specials, obviously.
Right. Yeah, you do.
But Christmas in July actually, for most of the American stores, takes place a little later in the month. It takes place around the 15th of the month or so. So you'll be seeing some stuff popping up after 4th of July, which,
Right.
hey, that just adds more fun. And boy,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if you can get a sale, why not? You know? But it is one of the other things that, as a Santa, it's a lot of fun to do. So,
Well, it is because this again is it's we come out in our 4th of July outfits, the different events that we've done, and everybody has truly enjoyed this, and the kids love it. I mean, it's kind of funny how kids will accept Santa in a different outfit. I mean, we just kind of talk about it, but when they see him in the kind of the red, white, and blue, it's like, oh, okay, well,
no question.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's,
So
it's
they're-
not like, who are you?
no,
You know,
no.
and it's funny, this suit, especially if you look at my YouTube video, I'll get more into this, but this suit actually was the precursor for your Uncle Sam.
Yeah,
And it was designed by the same person, Thomas Nast,
yep,
and he later went on to draw tails instead of this coat.
right,
You
Yeah.
know, and it had tails, and he put a top hat instead of a beanie.
yeah,
You know,
So-
and then, but still the red and white striped pants,
yeah,
and later became the Uncle Sam. And he apparently he drew the face after a cousin of his, so who looked like that. So, but yeah, so Santa even came before Uncle Sam.
yeah. Kind of again, it's interesting that there is so much history behind Santa and ways that you don't always think about. But that's absolutely true, and you can certainly look up Thomas Nast and
Absolutely.
drawings for him,
And you'll see this suit in the drawing.
yeah.
So
And I can't remember the name of the magazine he was doing that for. Was it
Harper's
Bazaar?
Bazaar.
That's
Yes.
it. Harper's Bazaar
Yes.
was what he was working with, and interestingly enough, too, it was really to bring the troops
A little morale.
a little
yeah.
morale booster. So the drawing that he did, there's no children. It's
No.
it's
Oh, no.
it's just the guys in uniform and sitting
Getting
around
things
Santa.
like, important things like socks,
yeah.
and shoes. And,
Yeah, things that they really
the things
needed,
they
but
didn't
yeah.
have in
Yeah,
the Civil
yeah.
War, which was amazing. And Nast also, just to let you know, he not only drew this suit, but he also did draw the traditional red suit as well
Yes.
for Santa Claus that was later made so famous by Coca-Cola
Yep.
and had Sunbloom and so he is kind of the father of what Santa looks like. So
Yeah, the more
with
traditional
the beard and the,
look that you see today.
the round belly.
Yeah, is because before that he was kind of more known as a Father Christmas with long robes and
Right.
and those kinds of things.
Coming
So-
from Europe,
yes,
yes.
yes.
Mhm.
So it was really quite different than
So
what we see today.
it's kind of fun. You should
Yeah.
look that up and take a look at certainly the Thomas Nast drawings, but also just looking at the history of both St. Nicholas and Santa Claus.
Yeah,
You would find out, I mean, as Mary said, I've been around for thousands of years.
thousands of years.
So
Yeah.
I talk about my 20 plus years, but that's
And
just a
nothing
drop in the bucket. So, but I sure have had fun portraying myself like
Yes,
this and getting
yes.
out there. So, and hopefully you'll see more of me out there in different things. So, but yeah, and in the meantime, I'm going to invite all of you to please, look at our YouTube site.
Yes.
You
We
know,
actually have quite a few videos up there, and for a little while in Pigeon Forge, we had our own TV show with
Mhm.
Mountain Fun Life.
Yep.
Story.
and we interviewed some
And we
really
interviewed
cool
some
people.
cool people and had
Oh,
some fun
wow.
videos and even had some fun experiences ourselves. Took a flight on an old airplane, a biplane.
A biplane.
A biplane,
Yes.
which was really fun. So yeah,
Circled
so,
around
so check
Pigeon
that out.
Forge and the Smoky Mountains
Yeah.
and in an open air cockpit. Boy,
Yeah,
I'll tell you, that
yeah.
was interesting.
It
So,
was. It
you know,
was.
talk about wind blown. I think it took me like 3 days to unsnarl my beard and hair. So,
Well, that's true.
man, that was.
Yeah. So anyway,
But yes,
yeah.
so visit. It's called A Visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus on
Yes.
YouTube.
Mhm.
So look us up there if you get the chance and take a look
Yeah.
at some of the people we've talked to. And I mean, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And you'll
So
see
really
if you
interesting.
again come to our website, thenorthpolepress.com. We do have links to our YouTube video and our store and other things as well. So we hope you'll visit us there.
Yeah, we like to
Yeah.
keep busy. So,
Yes.
and we like to make you and your family smile. So by
Yeah,
all means,
absolutely.
come by and see some of the things we have. Lots of fun things to add to your family treasures. So please visit us there. And until that time, I think that just about does it. I
think
feel in the
so.
mood for going out and showing off my suit. What do you say? So,
Well, that
I mean,
may
it's-
not be a bad idea. And we again, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Behind the Scenes with Santa and Mrs. Claus. And
And on our
this
next
is-
podcast, we're going to pick up where we left off.
left off on the other one. Yeah.
Because we still have some things to talk
Oh my
about.
gosh. Lots and lots and lots. Yeah. Yeah.
More things. You're going to see us for a long, long time. We're going to be coming out with videos every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So please
Yes.
keep up with us.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have questions for us,
Yeah, you can
I mean,
leave
by
comments
all
on
means.
the YouTube side of it, on the video side.
And there's also an email you can contact us on,
Yeah.
on the podcast side.
Right,
So
exactly. So yeah,
by all
just-
means,
yeah.
we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to hear if there's something in particular you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
About either being Mrs. Claus or Santa Claus or
Our journey,
our journey
yeah,
or
just-
our writings. Don't
Yeah.
forget, this is an illustrator here, and she's illustrated a whole lot of books, and I've
Yeah.
written a whole lot of books.
yeah.
So, yeah, so come visit us. If you have any questions at all, we'd be happy to address them and have a little conversation with you. So,
Well, thanks so much.
yeah, it was fun. And happy 4th of July,
Yeah, happy 4th of July. Yeah.
and then, of course, Happy Christmas in July.
Bye.
And we hope to see you again real soon.